lap around Lime Rock Classic in the MX5-2016 version for the 55-65 plus FunFellowship League. We'll be racing there on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, and this will give you a sense of the lines to take and the inputs for various corners. Probably important to take a look at things and practice quite a bit here, in that with the latest update, the track has changed considerably over Lime Rock in the past. So some of the corners have to be driven a little bit differently. The course appears a little bit differently. I noticed that the car turns in a little bit differently in a couple corners and requires braking in a corner that I thought I could take with just a lift in the past. So the setup is pretty much the same as the setup that we used for the previous race at Tsukuba in Tokyo. However, I did reduce the bump setting of the front shocks, the compression setting, by 1 notch. Car seemed to point better when I did that, and had a little bit better rotation in the corners. Even though this has a crossweight or wedge that makes it better for right-hand turns, it still did pretty well in that left-hand turn, and I guess you would call it turn 3 or turn 2, depending on how you look at that first sweeper. So essentially, here's a fast lap, and I'll give you some comments as we go along. Shift into 5th and try to touch that inside curb. Track all the way out, but be careful, because if you've got some steering in when you go to that outside edge, you will lose control of the car. Brake just before the 1 marker. Try to keep it tight in this first corner. And do touch the inside curb and the outside curb. Use the whole track. Trail brake into this corner. Try to get the car straightened out at the exit so that you can use this 1 corner to your best advantage. It's a long straightaway here. Get up over 100 miles an hour, and you'll have to brake slightly, trail brake slightly. Be careful of the jump. The car will get very loose. You have to reduce the throttle and keep the steering straight. You'll have to brake into this corner, track out. And again, shift into 5th, and the line is very critical here. You have to release and modulate the throttle throughout the entire corner. .59.5, I'm still working and improving. I think we'll do better with that, but some of the better drivers in the league will beat that time, I'm sure. So we'll keep practicing, and we'll try to work on the 2015 version as well and provide a YouTube video for that also.